Anong magagawa? Laging natutulala. Tuwing lumalapit ka, tuwing lumalapit ka.
Ang susunod na programa ay rated G. Ito ay pwede sa lahat ng manonood.
Mabuhay BSBA! Welcome back to HBO Patrol! To give us trivia to our main topic of the day, makit-trivia tayo sa ating kuya na si Mark. Yes, Mark?
Audio Jungle.
Hello everyone, this is your Kuya Market Trivia. Did you know that it's not the cash incentives that motivate employee most? Or did you know that Abraham Maslow once wanted to join a gang? If you don't, let us find out in today's episode of Market Trivia. Here's our first trivia. According to survey, 100% employees working in different organizations, 81% of them says they feel motivated to work harder when a boss shows appreciations. Sounds like interesting. So it's proven that the number one motivator is the employer recognitions and not the salary or the cash incentives they receive. If you ask me if the simple saying thank you or appreciating their work is can already motivate them, yes, you're correct. The simple act of giving someone recognitions can already motivate them and strengthen company culture and helping them to feel a part of a team, giving them a sense of belonging and loyalty to other team members. So all the managers or beautiful creators out there, give recognition to those people who is working hard and always appreciate their works. And to those people feel they want to quit, just think of this. When you feel like quitting, think about why you started. Our second trivia is, did you know that Abraham Maslow once wanted to join a gang? Here is the reasons. Their family is a Jewish immigrant from Russia, and Maslow, being a Jewish boy in his neighborhood, he was victim to hostility, prejudice, and discriminations against Jews. He was also bullied due to his religion, making him unhappy and lonely boy. Many teachers were cruel, and he overheard them say nasty things about him. He had no friends, and there were anti-Semitic gangs that would find and beat up Jewish children. Maslow wants to join a gang for his protections, but suddenly, he is rejected because he couldn't kill cats. Oh, killing cats is the requirements? Yeah, I know that's too much. Therefore, instead wasting his time in some nonsense, Maslow chose to spend much of his childhood reading books and always go to library to learn new things. Once again, this is your Kuya Market Trivia saying, no pain, no gain. Back to you, Miss Christine.
Audio Jungle.
And thank you for those trivias that never heard Mark. And to give us ideas on what are the process theories under motivation, here is Mark Jesus. Yes, Mark.
Thank you, Christine. For today's report, we will discuss an intricate process theory, which is one of the theories of motivation. Process theories, by definition, is an explanation of how people act in response to the wants and needs that they have. Ito ang isang halimbawa. Sa isang trabaho ginagawa ng isang empleyado ang lahat ng makakaya niya for the sake of promotion. Dahil pag na-promote siya, mas malaki yung possibility na magkaroon ng increase sa salary nito. So in that case, mas na-motivate ang employee na yon to work harder so that he can achieve that goal, which is kumita ng mas malaki. Hence, we are motivated because we want something in return. Now, let us proceed to the first process theory, which is expectancy theory by Victor Vroom. Expectancy theory explains that people choose a course of action where they anticipate what will give them the greatest rewards. For instance, sa isang workplace, ang isang employee ay nagpapakita ng effort na katumbas sa gusto niyang magiging outcome ng bagay na ginagawa niya. Ganun lang kasimpleng intindihin ang teoryang ito. Maglaan ng effort katumbas ng resulta na hinahangad. Motivation for additional information is the product of the following factors. First, Valence, it refers on how much wants are reward, how much a person really wants the outcome. It is the pressure or importance that a person places on an expected outcome. The next one is expectancy. It is mentioned as one's estimates of the probability that effort will result in successful performance. It is the confidence of a person that if he or she will put the required effort into something, he or she will definitely achieve or reach his or her goal. Lastly is the instrumentality. One estimates that performance will result in receiving the reward. It is the assurance that a person programmed into his or her mind that his or her goal will definitely lead to the outcome that he or she already set in the first place. In general, what the three factors want to emphasize is that put the required effort that is equivalent to our expected outcome and perform that in order to reach that outcome on receiving the rewards. It predicts that motivation will be high if all the three factors are rated high or vice versa. Now let's head to equity theory. Equity theory primarily concerned with how people evaluate the worth of things on the basis of their inputs and outputs. They compare themselves to the others in comparable job conditions. Dito na-motivate yung isang empleyado sa paraan na nakikita niyang they are treated fairly within the workplace. Walang nakikitang bias at kung ano man yung effort na in-exert nila, which is the inputs, ay katumbas ng rewards na dapat na nakukuha nila, which is the outputs, na kung saan dapat katumbas din ng ratio ng ibang employees. Halimbawa na lamang sa isang bangko, pag nakikita ng isang teller na lahat sila ay pantay-pantay na tinatrato pagdating sa job nila at sa salary na natatanggap nila, mas na-motivate siyang mag-work ng maayos according sa naka-assign sa kanya na trabaho. Lastly is the goal-setting theory by Edwin A. Locke. This theory states that specific and difficult goals with feedback lead to higher performance. Ang tanging pinaparating lamang nito ay kapag ang isang tao ay nakaka-receive ng response, it may be a negative or positive one, mas nagre-result ito sa better and higher performance and vice versa. In this case, we can say in general that if a person receives a feedback from what he or she have done, then it will affect his or her next performance. Halimbawa sa simpleng pagsabi ng good job na sa gawa ng isang empleyado, nakakatulong na ito para ma-motivate siya na mas galingan pa sa susunod. It also has 5 findings. The first one is specific goals lead to higher performance than generalized goals. Second one is performance generally increases in direct proportion to goal difficulty. Third, must be accepted by the workers. Fourth, goals are more effective when they are used to evaluate performance. And lastly, goals should be linked to feedback. I am Mark Mamarill, your HBO patroller. Back to you, Christine.
Thank you, Mark. Let's find out what is motivation through recognition and pride, and more exciting news when we come back.
Para kanino ka bumabangon?
Para sa aking mga anak. Pero ayos lang dahil isa akong anak ng isang mafia boss.
Mabuhay BSBA! Welcome back to HBO Patrol! So now let's find out what is motivation through recognition and pride for this episode of Chika Muna! So here's our resident kachika Tracy to spill the tea. Tracy, what's the tea?
Chika muna! Alam niyo ba na ang motivation ay na-achieve through recognition and pride? Recognition is a strong motivator because it is a naturally human need, while pride is also a strong motivator but an intrinsic one. To better understand, alamin natin yan! Ang recognition ay pwedeng ma-implement through verbal praises, monetary awards, or pwede kang maging employee of the month.
Mga ka-chika! Ating alamin ang pwedeng maging situation kapag in-apply natin ang motivation, true recognition, and pride sa isang workplace. So use your imagination. For example, I am your boss and you are my employee. And you become the employee of the month. I wanted you to know that congratulations for being the employee of the month. You have a true commitment to the quality that shines through everything you do. I know it does not happen without your hard work, and I am grateful you're one of my employees. I appreciate your incredibly dedicated effort. We are making great progress because of your dedication. So continue that. And that's the example of recognition.
While pride can motivate people to strive for their success,
And for the example of pride, still use your imagination. For this situation, I am the employee. Tananantan! OMG! I am the employee of the month. And my boss is proud of me. And now I feel a sense of confidence that will motivate my sense of pride at work. Now I trust myself more. And I bring a unique experiences to work. And I know I have a role to play. Oh, yes! And that's a sample of pride. Your heart will flutter because you achieved something. And that makes you happy.
o diba ang galing? Tandaan! Recognition is such a potentially powerful motivator. Pride, on the other hand, is a motive that makes the recognition an effective motivator. Ngayon, alam niyo na, chika! So do better, be motivated, so you can achieve recognition and pride. This is HBO Chika Patrol. Hanggang sa muli nating pagkikita. Back to you, Miss Christine!
The tea has been spilled. Thanks, Kumari and Tracy. And now, do you know the motivation can be seen in our job design? If you don't, let's hear it from Annalyn. Yes, Annalyn?
Thank you, Christine. So let's now proceed to the motivational methods and programs. There are 4 motivational methods and programs. First, motivation through job design. Second, organizational behavior modification. Third, motivation through recognition and pride. Lastly, motivation through financial incentives. And let's elaborate more on the first motivational methods and programs. This is the motivation through job design. Employees should be motivated from their work. One way to motivate the employees is to make their job challenging so that they give better performance, to work hard more from what they need to work. This management activity is under job design, and there are 3 concepts that is important in designing a job. These are job enrichment, which define as enhancing individual job to make the employees more motivated from their job. It provides more exciting job to increase the job satisfaction and motivation. There are some job enrichment techniques. First, direct feedback, which means that the evaluation of the performance of the employees. Second, client relationship, which means employees serves the customer or what the customers needs. Employees is obliged to serve them. Third, new learning. Everywhere is always giving a new knowledge to the employees. Fourth, control over method. Employees chooses the method to what work assigned for them. Fifth, control over scheduling, which means that employees have opportunity to schedule of what they need to accomplish. 6. Unique experience means that the job has unique qualities or features to enrich the job. 7. Direct communication authority, which means that employees have the opportunity to communicate directly with people who use their output. 8. Control over resources means that employees should control over his or her resources, such as money, material, or people. Personal accountability. Employees is responsible for his or her result. So let's now proceed to the second concept, the job characteristics model. It refers to the focuses on the task itself and interpersonal demands of the job. There are 5 core job characteristics that benefits individual to the work results. First, skill variety. That refers to the skill needed to perform a job. An example of high skill variety would be an engineering who has the ability to determine the best way of performing construction, manufacturing, or repair work. In low skill variety will be construction worker who build the house according to the plan. Second, task identity refers to the degree which the employees are able to complete the job with a possible outcome from start to finish. An example of high task identity is a nurse, while in low task identity is the job of receptionist. Third, task significance, which the employees is able to carry out a task and has a substantial impact on the work of other people. An example of high task significance would be the spokesperson of the president, who have a job to be the representative of what the president needs to deliver a message in public place. While in low task significance will be the sales lady, who communicate to the customers. Fourth, autonomy. It refers to the employees who has discretion as to how the work will be performed that will be done. An example will be the president, who represents the nation, sign bills, to make treaties, act as commander-in-chief, and enforce the laws that Congress passes. While low autonomy job is a photographer, who have the job to take a best picture of other people. Fifth, the feedback. That refers to the feedback given from the employees based from the performance they give in their work. An example of high feedback would be a technician who install, replace, repair, and service different systems and equipment. Low feedback job would be a teacher who receive feedback many months based from their teaching skills. Let's now proceed to the third concept, the job crafting. That refers to the changes workers make in the task or relationship aspect of their jobs. And there are common types of job crafting. The changing the type of job task, changing the interaction with others on the job, and lastly, changing one's view of the job. And changing the type of job task that employees give other tastes or improve their style of the job. Examples like the chef. They are not just serve food, but also they serve the food with attractive and beautiful plating. Changing the interaction with others on the job is how the employees reshape on how they interact with the customers. Lastly, changing one's view of the job. How the employees change their mindset on the given task. That will be all. This is Annalyn Torio, your HPO Patroller. Back to you, Christine.
Thank you, Annalyn. To keep this momentum going, here is Aliyah to tell us about the organizational behavior modification is all about. Yes, Aliyah.
Thank you, Christine. Organizational behavior modification, or OBM, is a personnel management strategy that focuses on improving observable and measurable work-related behavior. Absence or tardiness, as well as the quality or quantity of work, are examples. The theory of organizational behavior modification advocates for intervention to enhance desired performance behavior while discouraging undesirable behavior. Organizational behavior modification has previously proven to be effective in a variety of settings. This applies to both service and production, with the goal of increasing organizational effectiveness and better understanding staff behavior. It is also an essential tool for human resource management. This is Alea Mapula, your HBO patroller. Back to you, Christine.
Thank you, Aliyah. Up next, we will be having an interview of one of the most outstanding HR managers in our country. Let's find out who after the short breaks. So don't miss it, cause we will be back.
Morning. Sana all the sneakers. Woo!
You're not you when you're hungry. Hungry? Grab a Snickers.
Shop, beep, 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 bumili, li, 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 free shipping, ping, 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 sa Shopee. Sa Shop, beep, 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 bumili, li, 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 free shipping, ping, 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 mag-shop na sa Shopee.
Bili na sa Shopee. Salamat, Shopee.
Mabuhay BSBA! Welcome back to our program, HBO Patrol! So here we go now to the interview. But first, let me tell you that having this most outstanding HR manager will help you to explain and understand the different types of financial incentives for you to gain some tips that you can use in your workplace. So now, let me introduce you the HR manager of ABC Company, none other than Miss Chris Ann Season. Hello, Miss Chris Ann Season.
Yes, hello. I am HR Manager Chris Ann Season, and I am here to discuss the different types of financial incentives. So first, what are financial incentives ba? So company and business provides monetary rewards to their employees to encourage and motivate them to their job, specifically for their outputs and performance. These monetary rewards are what we call financial incentives. We have time rates, payment by results, performance and profit-related pay, skill competency-based pay, and cafeteria or flexible benefit system. So first is time rates. It is a monetary reward based from the number of hours worked by a certain employee. It can be classified as hourly rate, weekly wages, monthly salaries, and it impacts the behavior of the employee kasi makikita nila na yung pinasukan nilang kumpanya na ay ganito pala yung pasweldo nila monthly. So, it will motivate them to work productively. So, second is payment by results. Dito naman, it based from the employee's quantity of outputs gaya na lang ng sales staff kasi binabayaran sila based of the products na nabenta nila. Third is performance and profit-related pay. Dito naman, it based from the outputs and the actual behavior of the employees in the job. Additionally, for bonus rewards, it is given to employees based from their recent performance rather than their past performance. For profit-related pay naman, employees are paid based from the profit of the company. Pwede itong direct cash na ibibigay sa kanila or pwede nilang ibili ng company shares or ito yung tinatawag nating stock options. Dito naman, it is a financial incentive na pinapayagang bumili ng company shares ang mga empleyado at a certain price. Yung pang-apat naman ay skill-based pay. Employees are paid based from how many jobs they can do, kung gaano karami ang kanilang kayang gawin at tapusin, and how many skills they have. And lastly, the cafeteria or flexible benefit system. In these incentives naman, company provides choices to employees to choose their benefit package. So it will allow them to meet their personal needs such as health insurance, retirement plans, and so on. And those are financial incentives that a company offers to their employees for motivation.
Thank you, Miss Chris and Season, for accepting our offer to be with us today. And for sure, our viewers are also thank you for the information that you shared to us. And you have just heard the latest news around the globe. News with no exception. News with no bias. Delivering nothing but the truth. And that's it for the news today. This is Christine J. Ragudas, your HBO patroller of HBO Patrol. Have a great day!
Yun! Now I know what to do. I feel so motivated. Makapaghanda na nga.